What is up, guys? I'm back in one piece. I was a bit worried about that, but I'm back now. I mean, Johannesburg. I'm back from Limps, so I was a bit nervous about the whole trip starting, but I realized some things I have to be dealt with, and this actually was the most productive weeks of my life. Obviously, I have had better weeks before where I've done one or two things, but this week I was focused and I got things done. And with regards to the business, I even spoke to an accountant, and the next thing also now is to speak to a lawyer and also get them within the business side of it so that we do things by the book from the start. So I'm happy with what I was able to achieve. Um, there were things to put in order. For example, I did some errands while also doing those productive things. I also did some errands where I fixed, where I sorted out the place, the place of business that we're going to use for business, and we got it to a respectable level. It cost a lot actually. It was costing me a lot, but that's why I need an accountant now, because I think the direction of the company is at the right place, and I'm going to yeah, I'm going to do these things within the next 4 years. Remember, the next 4 years is my years of suffering, which means I will deny myself the things that I want the most, in order to have the life that I want within the 5 year period. Um, the life that I want is not necessarily about a lucrative a mansion or all of those type of things. Although, do not cut my head off just for having those things. If I do have them in 5 years, uh, that's not really the goal. The goal of it is um, to live with passive incomes, a lot of passive incomes, income that comes in whether I have to get up in the morning or not, and that's the goal. That's the reason I do this is really to have that sort of freedom so that I can deal with the world's problems without any interruption. I really don't think my job is that bad, but the idea of me going to work every day doesn't appeal to me anymore. And I don't know if that's because of my age or anything like that, but I've learned more, and I understand how the world works a little bit better. And I know the things that are going to make me happy. So I do not think if I keep going for a further 15 years at my workplace, I don't think I'll still be happy. I've seen a lot of people who have done the years and are still relatively happy, sort of ish, but that's not me. I don't see myself the same. So I want to move away from the working environment, not because I hate it so much, but because I want something better for me. And when I have that something better, I'm not just gonna sit and sleep every day and get fat, as my mom puts it. She went like, if I do business, I'm going to be fat. But that's that's an interesting worry. Yeah, I am exercising every day. I'm about to exercise at in just an hour today. So I've been exercising every day. I look different now. I feel good, except for the trip to Limbs kind of like took me back a bit, in a sense. I don't drink juice anymore. Well, made already made juice from the shops, but I was drinking that at home, which kind of brought me back a bit. But I'm back in Josie. In Josie, I don't buy juice anymore. I don't buy soft drinks. I don't buy all those unhealthy things. So in terms of that, it slowed me down a bit, and the carbs that I was eating back there at home, there were a lot. So yeah, I didn't design my eating habits as I do here. Yeah, I couldn't decide what to eat, and I did decide what to eat in the sense, but then my drive, I couldn't refuse the things that they were offering at home. It's still vegetarian food at home. They were still offering me vegetarian food, but then I couldn't really say. Can we've been eating pap for 3 days in a row. You can't really say those type of things, but I that's one of the things we ate pap like for the longest. And white rice, I'm about to cut that off here. Also, and I don't know about bread, but white brown bread I may not cut brown bread off, but I will cut off white bread because I've I don't really feel like it's a healthy alternative for me. It does look good. It looks good at the shops compared. It does look good. Let's not even compare it. It does look good, but then I don't think it's healthy at all. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I'm on 5 minutes, so I can speak a little more on my business, but I don't wanna give away too much, but I will speak on, let's say, an aspect of the business. Okay, so with the Mercado story, let me talk about the Mercado story. So with the Mercado story, I don't really like the words copy per se, but in the way that we are doing it, there is a lot of correlations with what Apocalypto has done, like how Apocalypto was achieved and how it came about, and sort of the things they did. You know, I don't watch movies to learn more about making movies. I sort of like I watch mostly the behind the scenes to understand more about how the movie was made. I think watching the behind the scenes is much, for me at least, it's much better for me to learn about how the movie was made than to watch the actual movie and understand the movie itself. But then I know Apocalypto. I watched it in 2007 or 2008. I don't remember the year, but I did watch it, you know. But then now I'm not even going in detail in the movie anymore. I'm going into detail in how they made the movie, and then I like I like how they approached it. You know, when you watch that movie Apocalypto, you sort of see the respect that was given to the culture, you know, to the culture. And you know, culture will be made smaller by whoever is talking about it, but culture is a big thing and it's important, culture. And then when you come to language, that's also a different thing. So culture for me was appropriated well. Obviously, there are errors here and there, maybe that the people of the Maya village don't agree with, but from my foreign perspective on the whole subject, I thought it was appropriated well. Obviously, my knowledge may be limited, but I liked how they did it. And how I'm approaching the Mercado story, it's similar to that. But I want to respect the people involved, the cultures involved, the language itself also. Definitely the language is important, and it must be done right. I want to do it the right way. So that is why I'm getting a great team together first. You know, I am not just running around getting the most talented people. I'm getting the right team. That means people who want to work with me. I don't really care how talented you are anymore. I just wish to get people who want the good of the project. You know, it's one thing to get a person who's talented at doing something, and then they want to dictate the whole project, and then they become bigger than the whole project, you know, because of how talented they are. You know, that's one thing I don't want. I want to have the best people for the job, obviously, but also they must do the best things for the project. And in a sense, they must work for the good of the project, and that is not a lot to ask for. You know, you may be a great cinematographer, you may be a great editor, but then if you are not putting uh, the good of the project ahead of your own ego, if I can put ego as a word, then you're not right for the job. That's how I feel about that subject. Yeah, so that's 10 minutes, guys. I'm there, I'm back, I'm in one piece, and I rejuvenated. I think that's the word I love to say right now. I rejuvenated because I was sort of I don't want to say sick of the of the place here. I was just uh, I needed to see my nephews, I needed to see my niece, I needed to see all of those people. I think I needed to see my mother, and for example, I don't want to say all that happens here is me getting judged and insulted and everything, but that's generally what I experience here a lot. Here especially at the workplace and all of that. It's just people judging me and all of those things, and perhaps I'm doing the same to them, maybe, and they're just returning the favor. I don't really know about the specifics, but I wanted a new environment where I could rejuvenate. Like my my nephew thinks I'm a king. He thinks I'm a king. I know there are people who think I'm a king elsewhere, but I just mean the way he looks at me, I know I have to do something great when my nephew looks at me. When my niece looks at me, I know I have to do something great. She sees me as the man, as the king of the king of kings or something like that. So I need to be worthy of that praise from those little ones. But not to say people here are so bad. I just mean they can't compare to my niece, even my mother. I feel like my mother's love. Not many people can compete with a mother's love here, and yeah. So I do get affection and all of those things this side, but then it was good to go to to the headquarters of that love and affection. Yeah, so I don't really mean everything is bad here, although it does get very, very testy. Yeah, and yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching, thanks for following, and I'll keep you guys updated next weekend with the progress of what I've achieved here. Uh, what I've achieved with my most productive week, since I called it the most productive week of my life. I need to, obviously, I won't tell every single thing, but I'll try my best to get you guys up to date and all of that things. But then don't pursue like every single detail of the whole week. It was a week. I've written a book about my life, so you can sort of generate ideas of how my mind works. Obviously, it's changed a lot since I wrote the book, my mind. But I think there are similarities there. There are a lot of things that will hold true even now. So yeah, shout out G Gifty. Yeah, man. Shout out Matsawane, and yeah, that's pretty much it for now. See you guys next week. Maybe next week. We'll see.